Hey guys, my name's Jared, welcome to the channel. I like to make videos about cars, fixing cars, working on cars, anything related to cars. Thought I might make a different video today in regards to filming and editing these videos, so what you guys don't see behind the scenes for these videos. So I thought I might start off first, just run you through with what I use to film and collect audio and some of the equipment there, and then also I'll go through my desk and computer setup and what software I use to edit these videos, and also edit the thumbnails and photos for the videos as well. So to start off with, you can see that I have a GoPro Hero 9 and I've had this for roughly a year now. And on here you can see I started with this little wind deflector on there, and I put these glass protectors on the preview screen and the lens, and also on the back here, which is a must because you can see that one's cracked. Usually happens when I've got it standing on this tripod and it falls over. So this tripod actually is just a eBay $15 one, like a copy of the Joby one. I want to get the Joby one later to upgrade, but so far this one's lasted a year and a half and I've had no issues. Also on the GoPro, I've got the media mod. The microphone on the media mod is actually not great. I think the internal one is better. And then moving on to the microphone, it is a Rode unidirectional microphone. Video might go, and it plugs into the media mod. That's one good thing about the media mod, that you can use it. Have to use this little hot shoe adapter to raise it just so the microphone's out of the frame when I'm filming, and that does a really good job. I've got no issues with that microphone. Also with the GoPro, if you're going to use that for your main camera setup, I'd recommend this Tesla battery holder. So you can buy these batteries. So my GoPro came with a spare one, and then I ordered this with 2 more batteries. So in here you can charge 3 batteries at once through USB-C at the back, and then it's also super handy to store them in there as well. And it's got a provision for 2 micro SD cards up the top as well. So it's just really handy and convenient because GoPro batteries don't last really more than 30 or 40 minutes when you're filming. But this GoPro handle I never used, came with my kit. This was the first tripod I used, which also came in this kit, but it broke very quickly. You can buy these generic eBay kits with like 50 to 100 different pieces, and they work quite well. They're not the most robust kit for mounting things, but they are a lot cheaper than buying the GoPro accessories. And for me, I just use like the head strap or the chest strap and stuff like that, and the suction mount for in the car when filming. And switching back to the GoPro again. So for this setup, it's been through a lot of renditions, but at the moment, this is currently what I got. So starting off with the desk. This is just a desk I got from Officeworks. I think it's about $200. It's pretty much the biggest one they had. It's nothing special. It's not a sit-stand desk or anything like that. These monitors, this one's an AOC 2K monitor. I'll put links to everything in the description. And that one's 32 inches. And then I've got another 32 inch. This one's LG 4K. So this is my primary display. Usually I have this one turned off if I'm not editing videos. So yeah, this is my primary display, and I am using Wallpaper Engine for these wallpapers if you're curious. you can get that on Steam. Next, these monitors. So these are a FOSTEX. I'm not sure if they're Australian from memory. I've had these for a very long time, and someone did tell me that I think they might be Australian, but they are that's the model number. But I got these from Billy Hyde ages ago, and I listened to these and the KRK Rockets, and I just thought that these FOSTEX speakers just sounded a little bit better than the KRKs, and they were slightly cheaper too. And from my personal experience, these studio monitors, they are the best sound from any speaker or any sound system I've really ever heard, and I love these and I use them for reference. Then, as you can see, they're on a stand, which is new. It is a Yin Yu, which you can probably guess it's a Chinese stand. And I also bought these foam insulated pads off eBay as well to go with them. Moving on to the stand, this is just a cheap eBay stand, and I've also got a little pop filter here. And then on that, I've got this more directional style mic at the moment, and it's a MXL551. They come in a case like this. It was a set of 2. So I've also got this other mic that's more for voice, but I've been using this one for voice and it's been fine. But yeah, they come in a set like this. They're pretty cost effective. I think years ago I paid something like $150 for them. They're definitely a budget option, but they do require phantom power, so you'll need that if you want to use them. And they're just then plugged in underneath to this Behringer Euphoria UMC22 audio interface, which also the studio monitors are plugged into as well. In terms of headphones, these are more for gaming. I don't really use them much, only if it's noisy or late at night. These are just an old Plantronics GameCom headset, which is also connected into the audio interface. Finishing off on the desk, I've just got this leather mouse pad, which I also found off AliExpress. And I've got this wrist rest from Kingston, also I got quite recently, and also recently got this Logitech wireless mechanical keyboard. I love this one. It's way easier to edit because when I'm doing voiceovers, I can just mute it really quickly. I love this sound wheel as well, which is really handy. And I'm also thinking about playing around with allocating some of these keys into my video editing software as well. And then also got this Corsair dark core mouse. Not a really big fan of this so far. The range is quite bad. Even from here down to my computer, I had to move it to the front of the computer because it was going out of range. I also forgot to mention that I've got these monitor mounts. I got these off Catch. They were really cheap. I could put a link to them as well. And I've just got my little cables here that I used to plug in this little bracket at the back there, so I can grab them easily. In regards to the chair, this is a Thunder 3 chair. Moving on to my PC, just on the outside you can see I've just got this Kingston card reader for my SD cards for camera and GoPro, and I've just got another external hard drive at the top there as well for backup of data. It's a Phanteks case. The CPU is a Ryzen 5 1600 6-core, and it's got a Corsair RGB cooler on it, as you can see. And then next to it, I've got 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, Corsair RAM. Can't remember the speed of that. In terms of the graphics card, it is a 2060 Gigabyte overclock model, and I've just got a SilverStone 650 watt gold power supply. And then for the fans, they're Cooler Master RGB fans. The motherboard, it's a Gigabyte motherboard. I can't remember the exact model number, but this one allows you to overclock the CPU as well, which I haven't done just yet. I've also got a M.2 SATA SSD on there, 1 terabyte. And then in the back of the case, I've got another 120 gig SSD for the operating system. And down here, I've got two terabyte mechanical drives just for data. So for video editing, I use Premiere Pro. I got 2022 edition at the moment, and I would highly recommend, if you want to use Premiere Pro, get a second monitor. It just makes life so much easier. So I have the biggest preview of my clip possible, and I can see the whole timeline from left to right all on one screen. Because if you want to compress it all together, then you've got all your different sound clips and video clips and preview and effects that you want to change. You have to squeeze all of that onto the one screen, which really reduces your real estate. You don't need two 32-inch monitors. You can just do it with smaller ones, but yes, I'd highly recommend getting a second screen for your editing setup. Premiere Pro is not the easiest one to learn initially, but the advantage is it has a lot of functionality, and there's a lot of support in terms of YouTube videos that you can watch if you get stuck. It's also really expensive, so if you're just getting into editing, it's probably not the best place to start. If you can afford to pay for it, I think they've got monthly subscription now. It's definitely really good, and as you'll see when you start using other apps like Lightroom, After Effects and Photoshop, the functionality from program to program is very similar. So if you can learn one, it applies to most of the other programs too. So yep, that is Premiere Pro. And then for my thumbnails, I use Lightroom. So Lightroom is a program that you can use to edit your photos. So you can adjust all these different parameters here. When I'm taking these photos for my thumbnail, normally I'm borrowing my partner Rita's camera. She has a Canon R model. I'm not sure what lens she's got on it, but it's an R model Canon with Canon lens, and I use that to take my photos. I think it's important to have really good quality thumbnails for your videos, because that is the first thing that people see and make them want to click on your video. So yeah, having a good quality camera or making really interesting thumbnails is really important to get engagement on your videos. So then once I've edited in Lightroom, then I use Photoshop. So in Photoshop now, then I can use to cut out items and put in text and arrange it how I want to look at. And then from there I can save it as a JPEG and compress it down for the thumbnail. So I hope you enjoyed this different video to what I normally film, and if you have any questions on my setup, or if you have any recommendations, if you've got more experience than me, or if you're a professional, if you have some advice or critique from me, please put them down in the comments below. I just want to improve and get better, and hopefully what I've learned I can share or show to you guys as well in this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. Cheers.